Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're here for the first time, my name is Anne, and if you have been here already, welcome back. In today's video, I'm gonna show you how I created these natural looking eyebrows. I used a different technique for this, which is that I use soap. And it's just a really interesting technique, so I wanted to show you guys. So the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this Benefit Cosmetics Precisely My Brow Pencil. I'm gonna use the spoolie side, and I'm just gonna start randomly brushing through my brows like I would normally always do when I start with doing my eyebrows. You kind of just want to make your brows in model. I don't even know why I'm doing this, but that's what I start with. Now today I'm gonna take this soap, which is transparent, so when you use it on your brows you won't see any color. And then to make it wet, I'm gonna use a little bit of Fix Plus spray from MAC Cosmetics, let it soak for a few minutes, and then I'm taking a spoolie. I'm actually using the Benefit one. I'm not really sure why I'm demonstrating with a different one, but as you can see me doing right now, I'm gonna brush it onto the brows. And first I just focus on making sure that the product was all the way in my hair, and then at the end I'm gonna focus to really press the hairs against the skin so they get as long looking as possible. You just want to make it look as fluffy, but not in a super wild way. You want them to be directed all the way at the same, how do you say it? You want them to be directed towards the same place, if that makes sense. So now I'm brushing them more upwards because I had a little bit of clumps in my brow. You want to make sure you don't use too much soap, which I did, so don't make the same mistake as I did. And then when you think it looks great, you use the spoolie side and you kind of gotta make sure that you brush them to the left or to the right, kind of depends on which brow you're doing. And this way it's gonna look less extreme, but still the hairs will be upwards, but not in a crazy way, if that makes sense. It's kind of hard for me to explain because I'm English, but hopefully by seeing me doing it, it kind of makes sense. So now I'm gonna take this Benefit Cosmetics Foolproof Brow Powder. I'm using it in the shade 3. And I'm gonna take this brush from Sigma Beauty, which is the angled brow brush. I have a special discount code which will give you a discount on any Sigma Beauty product, which I will link down in the description bar. So now I'm gonna use the Benefit Foolproof Powder in combination with this pencil on all the places where I have a few gaps. I'm not blessed with naturally super full eyebrows. Also, they're not really bold or anything, but there are a few places where I don't have a lot of hair. So that's where I use the powder to kind of fill it in, and this will give the illusion that my brows look a lot more natural than they actually are. For this you can also use a pencil. It kind of depends on what your preference is. For today I wanted to use powder because I feel like powder always looks really natural and soft. And then here you have the end result on my, my right eyebrow. Well, it's right for us, but it's actually my left eyebrow, but it's you know what I mean, I guess. So now I'm gonna do the other side. I just wanted to show you one more time because I feel like if you see it twice, it kind of makes more sense. I feel like the more often you see something, you learn a little bit more. So I wanted to show the other side as well. So I'm taking the Benefit Cosmetics Precisely My Brow Pencil again with a little bit of the soap on it. I'm first gonna make sure that all the product is covered on all the brow hairs. So I'm not really focusing yet on really blending it upwards, just making sure that the product is everywhere. And when I have the product everywhere, I'm gonna focus to blending the hairs upwards and really pressing against the skin. This way the hairs will stick to the skin and the hairs will kind of stay in place, if that makes sense. I do have to mention, when you use the soap, your brows are gonna feel a little bit different. I have used many brow gels, but I feel like soap kind of dries out the skin, and it also makes my brows feel a little bit dry. It's really weird. If you try it, you are gonna feel the same thing as I feel. You can definitely feel that there's something on your brows, but I think the amount that I use, it would be weird if I wouldn't feel anything. It's not irritating or anything, but you can feel that there's something on your eyebrows. Now, if you like a really wild eyebrow, which you see a lot of models wearing on catwalks or in magazines, you can leave it like this. But I'm gonna brush it a little bit downwards so you get the illusion that the upper part of my eyebrow is really sleek or defined. Not really sure what the English word is, but it makes it look a little bit more neat, like you just came from a wax something like that. So now I'm gonna fill in the gaps just like I did with the other side using the foolproof powder from Benefit Cosmetics. And I feel like it's already looking so good. My brows look like they are like really fluffy, really full, which they aren't really, but this definitely gives the illusion that I have like a lot more hair than I actually have. And I just fell in love with this technique. I'm gonna do it way more often. So when you see my upcoming makeup looks and you see that my brows are a little bit more natural, this is the way that I do. So now I'm gonna take the Tarte Cosmetics Shape Tape Concealer with a Sigma Beauty E50 flat definer brush, and I'm gonna use a little bit of concealer right underneath the eyebrow. This is gonna make it look even more clean. This is optional if you recreate the brow and you feel like you are going for more of a messy looking brow, not too clean. You can skip this part, but I feel like this makes it look even better, even more like clean, like I just came from a wax. I just think it looks really beautiful and still really natural, but it just looks a little bit more neat. So you can see how it's looking right now. I'm just so liking this brow. Like, I also like how I normally used to do my eyebrow, but I think this just looks a little bit more natural. Maybe if I would do like a really dramatic smoky eye, maybe I would do my eyebrows the way I would normally do it. It's a little bit more bolder, but let me know which brow style you prefer, the way I'm showing you today in this video or the way I used to do it. I'm really curious to know your thoughts on what you prefer. So now I used a tweezer and I'm gonna remove a few hairs. I always do this after I have drawn on my eyebrows. This way I know like what hairs I don't want there to be. And then here you have the end result. I really hope this video was helpful. Let me know if you are gonna try the soap technique. I'm really curious to know and what your experiences are. Also let me know if you prefer the way I did my eyebrows in this video or the old way. And yeah, just give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy. This is really helpful for my YouTube channel. And of course, don't forget to subscribe if you aren't already. And hopefully I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys!